welcome to my channel. So I'm back with another story time, and yes, this is a story time video. This video is actually going to be a story time video, and it's going to be something that it happened to me not too long ago, okay? Like recently, like maybe like 2 weeks ago, this happened to me, and I kind of want to talk about it, okay? I want to talk about maybe some mistakes that I personally made and talk about some mistakes that they made, okay? I know it doesn't make sense, but it will all make sense when we start, okay? But of course, you guys know that I'm gonna be drinking throughout my video, and I am pre-recording this, okay? This is my second video. I'm gonna be drinking the same thing. It's gonna be a strawberry margarita. You guys know I love this brand. I always talk about them. So if you want to sponsor me, I'm right here. All right, reach out to your girl. But yeah, that's it. That's what I'm gonna be drinking. If you guys want to drink with me or anything you guys want, go get them, and let's get started. Salud. I don't even know how to start, okay? I guess I could start with, first of all, I don't know if I mentioned this before, I have social anxiety, okay? I hate talking to people, and it's weird because I work in retail, but I hate talking to people. If I don't have to, I try to avoid it, okay? It's very bad, I know, but that's who I am, okay? Like, I am working on it, so please don't judge. There's no judging zone here. Yeah, I do have social anxiety, and I want to start with that because one day my fiance tells me, hey, I need you to take our dog to the vets. And girl, I'm telling you, okay, hasta ahorita, like, I'm stressing, like, okay, it's bad, like, it's really bad. So I try to be calm, cool, collected, and I was like, why, like, what's going on with our dog Oreo? I've talked about him before, but yeah, I was like, what's wrong with Oreo? And he tells me he needs his shots, and he needs his shots because if he doesn't have his shots, we can go to, like, get him groomed and get his hair cut because they need his shots, okay? We need proof that he has shots. So I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna do this, all right? I'm gonna be a big girl, and I'm gonna take Oreo to the vet. My fiance makes an appointment for him, okay? He tells me it's gonna be on a Friday at 9 o'clock, and it should be quick, okay? All he's gonna do is just take his shots and you're on your way, all right? He gives me money, so he gives me like $86, all right? And he tells me this should be enough. So I do have extra money. He's like, just in case, if it's more, like, here you go. Here's a little more, all right? Anyways, okay, so after that, okay, I was obviously stressing out. This happened on Monday. He told me that he had a cita on Friday, and I was stressing out, girl. But I was like, you know what? There's no one else to take him. He's working. My fiance's working, so he can't take him during the week. And during the weekend, they're closed. So the only person that could take him is little old me, all right? So I was like, I have to be a big girl, and I have to go and take Oreo to his appointment, all right? So not make it too long, okay? Because you guys know I like to ramble. But hold up, I need a drink. So anyways, Friday comes along, okay? It is Friday, and it is time for me to take Oreo to the vet. Another thing about me, okay? You guys are going to learn a lot about me in this video. Another thing about me, I suck at directions, okay? Anyone that knows me knows that I will get lost, okay? So if you tell me, hey, here's my direction, even if I have the GPS on, I will get lost, okay? That's just me. Okay, I suck at directions. But anyways, like I was like, I'm gonna try my best to get to the vet. All right, that was my first obstacle, is getting to the vet. So I start driving, right? I'm driving. Instead of going one way, I ended up going the other way. So I went the other way. I had to stop. I had to check my GPS to see what way was I going. I ended up going the wrong way, so I had a U-turn. Girl, it was a whole mess, okay, to get there to begin with. All right, so anyways, I finally get to the vet. We get there on time. It's like 8:50 at this point, and that's it. We go to the vet, we go inside, and they tell me like, oh, what's his name, does he have an appointment? And I tell them yes, like he has an appointment, his name is Oreo, and we have an appointment at 9. It's just gonna be for his shots. So she tells me, okay, write down his name, go sit down and wait till they call his name. So I was like, perfect. So I am gonna point out, Oreo was shaking, okay? He was so scared, and he is very scared when he goes out to public, okay? He's like me, he has social anxiety, okay? We're the same, like, como dice el dicho, I forgot. But if I remember, I'll tell you guys. But anyways, we're the same, okay? He has social anxiety, I have social anxiety, so we were in this together, okay? So finally I sit down and make small talk with the person next to me. Well, the person next to me talks to me, so well, anyways, they end up calling Oreo's name. Okay, so they call Oreo's name, and I didn't mention this, but I'm gonna mention this now. Oreo has arthritis, and his patita, he ended up hurting his patita. Okay, he ended up hurting it. So when we were at the vet, because I knew I had to tell them, because I didn't want them to be like, oh, by the way, did you know your dog is hurt? And like, I'll be like, yes, I know. But I had to tell them like, hey, by the way, Oreo is hurt. Like, his patita is hurt. So please be careful with him, okay? I don't know why or how that translated to I need a doctor, okay? I don't know. But next thing I know, they tell me, okay, please come into this room. So, girl, I was so confused. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, come to this room, sit down. So I ended up going inside the room. I sat down. They grab Oreo. They put him in like the table, and they have him there. And then all of a sudden, the doctor comes in. I guess a student comes in, and then 2 nurses, so 4 people plus me plus Oreo. We were inside this room, okay? And I was so confused, because I was like, I thought we were just here for the shots, but I didn't say anything, okay? Like I said, my social anxiety just beats me sometimes, and I don't say anything, but I just roll with it, okay? So the doctor comes in, and he tells me Oreo's leg is hurting, and I was like, yeah, like his leg is hurting. And then he's like, oh, okay, like let me see. So he literally just goes like this to his leg, and he's like, oh, he has his ligament tore. So he said that he wants to give him a medicine for 10 days, and if he doesn't get better, that he needs surgery. And Oreo has done this before, okay? He has hurt his leg like this before, and the doctor or the vet said the same thing, okay? He said that it was torn, that he needs surgery. But he ended up just recovering fine, so he didn't get surgery. So when he told me this, I was like, like he's gonna be fine. It's just his arthritis just flares up, and it hurts him. So I just kind of said, okay, like that's fine, thank you so much. They end up giving his shots, so he got 2 shots in his little booty, and that's it. I ended up grabbing him. They're like, I'm gonna give you some medicine. You're gonna pick it up in the front when you pay. And I was like, perfect. So I end up getting Oreo. I thought everything was fine, you know. I got Oreo, and girl, tell me why the lady from the front, like, she gets a little attitude with me, and she tells me, it's gonna be 101. And I was like, 101? And then she's like, yeah. I was like, okay. Again, my fault. I didn't ask, okay? I just said, okay. And I took out the money, had extra money. I gave her the money. And then she tells me, by the way, if you're gonna see the doctor, you need to make an appointment. And girl, this time I had to say something. And I was like, it's because I wasn't gonna see the doctor. And then she tells me, well, still, like, you have to make an appointment if you're gonna see him. And I was like, it's because I wasn't. Like, I was just gonna get shots. And she just, like, looks at me and she's like, oh, okay, but still, I'm just letting you know. And I look at her and I was like, okay, well, thanks. Like, you know, I was like, whatever. Like, I was polite, okay? I wasn't, like, mean or anything. I was just like, okay, well, thanks. And that's it, okay? Like, she kind of just, like, changed her tone and she was like, yeah, you're welcome and whatever. So, girl, me telling you all of this, I swear to you, I was so confused, okay? Like I said, I have social anxiety. I was super confused of everything that happened. I was like, so did they charge me for the doctor's visit, or because I ended up paying more? I was just so confused, okay? So at this point, we're out, okay? So we end up walking to the car. This is very important, okay, because it's part of the story, but Oreo was super scared, okay? He was still scared. His tail was between his legs. Like, he was shaking. We just booked it to the car, okay? Like, we didn't stop. He didn't stop at all. He was like, I am out of here, okay? So we just went straight to my car. So when I got there, I called to my fiance and I told him everything that happened, and he ended up getting mad. And I guess not at me, it was more at them, because they basically, like, I don't want to say they scammed me, but I felt like they did, because they just, all I said was, my dog is hurt, be careful. Just brought out the doctor and everything happened so quickly, and they ended up charging me more. So I don't know if they charged me for the appointments. Like, I was just so confused, and like, I told him everything and I feel so stupid, okay? I feel like I am such a dumbass that I couldn't say anything. I didn't stand up for myself and I was just overwhelmed, okay? So I told all of this to him. He got upset. He ended up calling them and telling them, like, why did you not force me, but why did you guys do that if my fiance didn't tell you that she needed a doctor and a vet? And they said she did say. And girl, I swear I didn't, okay? I just said be careful with him because he's hurt. And that's why I was so pissed, okay? But anyways, and it ended up being that they didn't charge me for the appointments. They just charged me for his medicine and for the shots, and that's it, okay? So everything was cool, everything was fine. So I finished talking to him and I ended up pulling out, and girl, like, it was such a tiny space. I had to literally, like, maneuver and, like, go around stuff. Like, it was a mess, okay? So I ended up getting out. I turned around and then I turned back around. And so on the side of the vet, okay? So I stopped because there were some señoras that were walking to the cars, okay, from the vet. So they were gonna cross in front of me, so I had to stop, okay? Ni modo de llevármelas, comen, so I'd rather not take them. But I ended up stopping, and girl, I didn't realize, okay, because like I said, Oreo was scared. He just booked to the car. I didn't realize that where the ladies were crossing, there was poop everywhere, okay? A dog pooped all over the street. And I didn't see this because I was crossing another side, okay? So I didn't notice until I noticed the ladies were like, oh my God, there's poop everywhere. So, girl, when they see this, I'm in the car waiting, and all of a sudden, una de las señoras, they stare right at me, and she looks at me like she is shame, okay? Because she thought that my dog pooped all over the calle and I didn't pick it up, okay? And girl, I am telling you right now, right here, that did not happen. It wasn't my dog, okay? And I'm sorry, but I didn't even notice it. If it's not my dog, I'm not gonna pick it up, okay? I didn't even have like anything. Oh, I did, but like, it's not my dog. He didn't. If he would have done that, I would have picked it up. But that lady looked at me like she was judging me, like so bad. She looked at me like shame on you, okay? And I literally like ignored her. I was like, whatever, and I rolled my windows and I left, okay? So after that, I ended up getting home and I was really upset, okay? I was really upset because it kind of made me feel like useless, like I can't just go to the vet and get shots, like it made me feel like I can't stand up for myself, and it made me feel terrible, okay? So all I'm saying is just be careful when you go to the vet, when you go to the doctor. They are gonna try to like put you in situations and where you're confused and you don't know what's going on, just to charge you more, okay? And maybe that's not what they were doing here. Maybe they actually thought that I was asking for help, but I just feel like with words, todos entienden. So if they would have said, hey, do you need a doctor? Do you need to see a doctor? I feel like it would have been better. I would have been like, no, I don't. I'm just letting you know that he's hurt. They could have handled the situation a little better than what happened, okay? So it's just a warning for you guys, just to let you know, be careful. Like, people are always gonna try to charge you more. So yeah, like I just had a terrible experience at the vet. And I also want to say, if you have social anxiety like I do, like, just don't be hard on yourself, okay? Because a lot of people have this. You're not the only one that has social anxiety. A lot of people deal with it, and all you have to do is just keep pushing through and things will get better, okay? I also feel like when you have like these problems that come up, they make you stronger, okay? You learn from them and you learn from your mistakes and you know what to do next time, okay? So don't be so hard on yourself like I was. Next time, I know you will nail it. I know I will nail it. Next time I go to the vet, I know that I have to stand up for myself. I know what to say now. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience and what happened at my scammy vet. Just kidding. It wasn't a scam, okay? But it was just a crazy experience that felt like one, and just like a warning out there, just be careful and don't be too hard on yourself, okay? So that's my story time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my video. I'll see you in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.